this video, we're going to focus on how Resolve's customers are using Resolve Actions Pro to completely automate the request for service checks when delivering new network circuits or services to their clients. Requests for service checks are typically performed by the telco or communication service provider after their network configuration team have provisioned the requested network circuit, but before it is released to the paying business or client. Now, these checks can range from absolutely anything, right? We've seen our customers perform hundreds of automated checks using Resolve before being able to release the network service to their client. And all to ensure the requested network service matches their internal processes and policies, both technical and functional. Some examples of these are like naming standards, bandwidth and latency checks, and all the way to checking its conformity to CRM and asset management systems. The automated checks, using a wide variety of communication protocols, can be performed on a broad range of network equipment. There are many CE and PE router checks that may need to be performed too, such as the LAN and WAN interface checks for description, port speed, and duplex settings. Let's look at some of these checks and what our customers are using Resolve Actions for. It appears quite common to ensure the host names, interface names, VRF name, and port descriptions match the corporate naming policy. But it's also important to check and confirm they match the master information stored in the CRM or asset management system. Let's quickly switch over to Resolve and look at an example of a finished runbook for these requests for service checks. When building runbooks in Resolve, you can front-end your automation with a web-based form to allow for input of any required data, such as the customer name, circuit reference, VRF name, and product type like we have here. You could copy and paste the network config into the provided text box, or ideally configure your automation to retrieve that config in real time from within a SSH session from the remote network devices. After clicking on the Submit button, your automation is executed and the specific end results will be published to the screen here. The red, amber, green traffic lights provide a really easy visual clue of the relevant checks. And clicking on any of the traffic lights can show you the underlying data that was processed, passed, and evaluated in any given check. Now, of course, the main advantage of using Resolve Actions to perform your network circuit checks is that you're not limited by any vendor on what you want to do, right? Resolve is super flexible and extensible, so you can create your own checks against any structured or unstructured data from pretty much any third-party tool or service. The automations themselves can be very modular, so they can be reused in multiple scenarios. And as you can see here, they are very visual in nature and self-documenting, so anyone can understand the implementation just by looking at them. In this specific automation, to check the CE router, Resolve initiates the SSH connection to the specific remote device and then executes some commands, and some are done in parallel, to retrieve all the necessary data to be evaluated and checked against the master record, such as your CRM or asset management system. The results of these automated tasks are then displayed in the dashboard we just saw previously. Once all the checks or tests have been completed, you can then drive this forward with offering additional or related runbooks, like you see here in the top left corner. So in this demonstration, we saw how Resolve can automate your request for service checks by automating the manual, repetitive steps a network engineer would need to do themselves. Automation quickly resolves repetitive tasks that could be negatively affecting your go-to-market time when provisioning new network circuits for your clients. Let us at Resolve show you how easy it is to get started with our automation orchestration platform.